This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Welcome back to our Friday, June 2nd edition, The Drive on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. It's been a tremendous season for Marshall softball, and there have been a lot of accolades come a lot of players' ways. And one of the most decorated this season is Autumn Owen, and she's with us now on the program. And your trophy case continues to grow. You were just named 2023 Division I National Fast Pitch Coaches Association third teamer. How do you feel just with all the individual recognition coming your way? It's got to be a little overwhelming, isn't it?
Well, I mean, yes and no. But, I mean, I'm honored to have all the, especially being named All-American, but just for any of the accolades, like it's pretty cool to, be recognized in those awards, and especially All-American. I think that it can be overwhelming, but then again, it's just, just embrace it and enjoy it, but then, get ready for next season.
Did you expect at this point everything that keeps coming your way? It's almost like Christmas every week for you. Something new is coming your way. I know that doesn't get old, but you couldn't have expected a lot of that, right? I mean, you just want to go out there and play softball.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, you don't really play the game to expect, like, awards. You just play the game because you love the game, and you play it with the people that you love, and you play it for the reasons that, you want to play it, and you play for your why and stuff like that. And, like, awards are just an extra bonus. And, I mean, it's, like I said, it's nice to get those and stuff, but, I still think that, like, I got those because I had a great team that supported me, and we all excelled together. I mean, there was not just me, but there was multiple, like, other individual players that had, like, breakout seasons, and either was their best in their career or, one of the best in the nation in different categories. And then also when you have a coaching staff that supports you, loves you, and, you can be yourself as a player and as a person, like, that makes us all excel as a team. So, I mean, I think that was definitely a key for all of us. And so, I mean, it just kind of happened to be an extra benefit, I guess you could say, to, like, get some awards while we were doing what we love.
Well, you made third team All-American with the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association. And then right before that, All-American selection by D1 softball. You made second team there. It doesn't get old, does it? It just, at the end of the day, it's a team sport, and you want to win for the team, but still, these are nice little accomplishments that you can put on the wall. But now you look at all of this. Does this add any pressure? Like, okay, people are looking at me. People expect me to have a certain level about how I do my business. Any added pressure now that you have to live up to a little bit more of these expectations?
No, I mean, it's easy, I guess you could say, for, like, athletes to get that pressure. But, I mean, I'm not seeing it as pressure. I just see it as, a reward as to what kind of season I had and what kind of season our team had together. But, I don't see it as really any pressure. I mean, I'm still going about the summer and getting my work in like I need to, and then coming back in the fall, getting ready with our team to get started and do it all over again and go for the championship.
How do you stay humble? How do you keep it in focus?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's not even that. It's just the fact that, I mean, you just think about the next thing. I mean, and my parents have always been good about, telling me, like, growing up and telling me and my brother that, be thankful for what you get, but continue to work. Like, you don't ever get satisfied, like, with what you get. So you have to continue to work to get what you want. Like, so it's never going to get handed to you unless you continue to work for it.
Can you still be happy, though, with what you have?
Yeah. Yeah, you can still be happy. And sometimes I feel like I push too much to continue to go. Sometimes I don't enjoy the moment. But then again, like, there's times like when games are going good, say you're hitting, like, you're 3 for 3 and you're about to come up for the next at bat, like, you can't necessarily think about what you just did. You have to think about next play. And so this year, that was one of my big things, was regardless if it was good or bad, like to continue, like to keep pushing. And it ended up working out that that was the best mindset that I'd had like in my career to help me keep going. And it helped me not remember like if it was a bad at a bat, then oh well. If it was a bad play, oh well. But if it was a good one, still oh well. Like do it again.
Does coach come to you and say, "Hey, have fun"? Does she have to remind you to go out and have some fun?
No, she knows that I have fun. I mean, I enjoy softball a lot, and I mean, I have fun with the girls. I mean, we have a little thing where we chase after foul balls and stuff, and it's kind of like a little game. So I mean, that's fun, and we're still pushing each other. So I mean, like we as a team, we have fun. Don't worry about that.
My guess is Autumn Owen. She keeps racking up the awards, so that means we keep inviting her back and keep inviting her back and keep inviting her back, and eventually you're just going to host the show. I'm just going to be I'm going to be a visitor to the show. You're going to be in charge.
I don't know about that.
So with everything that you've accomplished so far, and you're having fun, and you're grateful but not satisfied, and you're focused on everything. How is Marshall so fortunate to be able to continue to have you and to build a team, with you, bring new people in? So many people would love to say, "Hey, you do pretty well at Marshall. We'd like to have you on our team." You know how the transfer portal's going and all of that. So why has Marshall been so fortunate to be able to keep someone of your caliber when we see all the time players at your level, maybe even lesser than you, are hopping ship, going elsewhere, chasing dreams elsewhere? So what is Marshall doing right, or why has Marshall been able to connect with you so closely?
Well, I mean, first of all, I mean, it starts with the coaches. I mean, whenever I got to Marshall, the coaches were adamant about like them wanting me, and they kept making sure that they wanted me as a player and as a person. And then, once I committed to that and got into the program, I just kind of like learned their ways of doing things, and I love that. And then I slowly got to see or actually quickly, I got to see like how great the community, like the support, like, and I talked about this in one of the interviews at the beginning of the year, but the community, like I mean, you could go to a Power Five and not have the love and support at each game that we have at home or away games that we have. Like some Power Fives don't even have that. Some Power Fives can't fill stands like we can. And so, I mean, to have people that actually love the game of softball and then also give back to us, but we as a program also give back to our community, or like, anybody that's a supportive, and especially like our young kids that are in the area. So we're making sure that we connect with them. And I mean, not a lot of programs do that, or they think that they don't have time, or it's just different reasons or excuses they'll make up. But, we've had a great staff that comes up with these ideas, and they continue to add to it. We stay connected with our alumni. And so then, you see alumni reaching out to you before games, or, whatever it is, just in general, just checking in. Then, it makes you feel proud of like wearing the Marshall jersey because they once wore it too. And so it's just like we get to pass on that legacy of being a Marshall softball player and a Marshall alumni.
Autumn Owen's with us, racking up the awards continuously, and a huge asset for this team. So now Marshall sold itself to you. You have shown what can be done at Marshall. Have you seen the impact of what's happening at Marshall? I'm sure you're involved when it comes to recruiting. I'm sure prospective new players coming in. You get to talk to some of them, I presume, as far as trying to sell the program as to why they should join the Thundering Herd. What are those conversations like? Because anybody can come say, "Hey, come play here," but then you see what you're doing and your success and your teammates' success. It makes a strong case.
Yeah, I mean, I know that with the culture at Marshall, it's more so like we're instilling these young women to grow as players, to grow as young women. And I mean, Coach Smith's a very big role model for all of us to take on, like for her to take us under her wing and teach us, and also to care for us. And then, just with the staff, like Coach Hogg, Coach Line, Allie Harrell, like being a former player and teammate of mine, but also like all of them, like they all add it. And so whenever these players are coming in, we're telling them, like, hey, like, you want to be a part of this, like it's something bigger than yourself. And once and it's regardless if you're coming in as a freshman or a transfer or, whatever the case may be, any change is a little bit like, oh my gosh, like it can kind of be a little mind blowing a little bit. But then again, like for the main core of us to to teach the younger ones or teach the newcomers, hey, like, no, like it's legit. Like, this is an actual special place. Like, don't psych yourself out over it because, some places aren't as fortunate to have that. And, it's just buying into that, to our program and, buying into, like, we're all in it together. We're going to work together to do it. We're going to fight to the end in every game. We're going to grit anything out. So, I mean, it's pretty nice. And most players, they're going to want to come to a program that's going to, they're going to be able to be pushed, like, to do something, but also they're going to be able to be themselves when they're doing that. So, I mean, they're not going to be cookie cutters. And so it just kind of makes the players that want to go in there, they're like, oh, okay, like, I want to do that. I want to be where they're at, and I want to be able to be that kind of player or that kind of person and be my own special person.
Okay, I can't imagine anyone on this team, this current team, that is cookie cutter. But with that said, if you had to point a finger at a teammate and say they came in here as cookie cutter as could be, and you had to get them out of their shell, who was that player?
Oh, well, I mean, like, when I say cookie cutter, I mean, like, as in, like, coaching. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
I
like
thought you were talking about maybe personality or,
no,
just expressing themselves, because it feels like this team has a lot of character about itself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we do have character. Like, that is for sure. And that's what makes us awesome. Like, you've got the quietest of quiet, but then they come out of their shell. And then you have the louder ones that, they embrace themselves. And then it's just, I don't know, like, it's so many different personalities, but that's what made this year's team great. Like, we all meshed together and we stuck together. And so, I mean, it was awesome because we all evened each other out.
Who was the loudest?
I'd probably say Brooklyn.
Okay.
Brooklyn, yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, Grace has got a lot of fire. So, I mean, it's between them. Depends on, like, what you're talking about. Like, on the field, they're both pretty loud. So, but the quiet is probably Savannah. Savannah is definitely probably the quietest.
Okay.
But she's got like a dry sense of humor, and it's like it kind of catches you, and you're just like, oh, okay. But like I know Savannah from like growing up, so like she wasn't as quiet and shy with me, but then she actually opened up throughout the season. So we all, like I said, we all even each other out.
Where are you on the spectrum? Loud, quiet, where are you?
I'm talkative. I'm definitely the one that can be friends with anybody. I don't meet a stranger. I don't know. I just blend in everywhere.
Does a coach have to say, hey, you got to dial that back now? Yeah, you have to, just a little bit. You have those conversations where she just says, dial it back?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I just try to make sure I'm kind of dialing myself back. I mean, about the only time, I guess, would be, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay. And when you say you're talkative, I'm kind of curious now. Yeah. How talkative are you when it comes to the opponent?
What do you mean?
Are you talking a little smack to them? You talking a little trash just a little bit?
I don't really like to talk trash to them.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like, because I mean, yeah, I just like you can think that verbal stuff like when you're up to bat or something like that. Like you can think that mentally, but I don't ever just sit there and just like, yeah, you suck, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't say that.
So you're just
But
you're there. You're like you have the opportunity to do so. You have the opportunity just to
yeah,
get in their head a little bit here, and you just
yeah,
if you wanted
no,
to, you could maybe say you're not going to hit that, right? You do that.
yeah, I know. I mean, I could, but it's not really worth it to be honest. In my eyes, I'm just like, eh. I'm more worried about getting my pitch call in and then getting it right, and then so forth.
What about when you're at bat? When you knock one out, you hit a homer, you knock one out. Is it then just a little bit maybe like yeah?
I get I get a little fiery. Like I would say the App State one, the App State home run. I definitely got fiery on that one because that was like a home game for me. So I was excited on that one, and I mean it was a big game for us because we had literally waited through rain delay, and sometimes like that stuff just you gotta look. I mean, looking at my dugout like after a big hit like or home run or any kind of hit, any kind of like hit by pitch, like walk, whatever. Like that is our biggest thing is like walking in on the dugout and getting like them hyped up because regardless if it's a hit by pitch, walk, home run, whatever, like that's a plus for us. So we're trying to start that and get a rally going. So it's like we feed off of each other's energy, and that's what was great this year because we could do that. Like it didn't matter who it was in the lineup; they could do anything. Like they could drop a bunt down, like Alex could drop a bunt down. Bickle, she could drop another bunt down or hit a triple in the gap, score Alex, and then we keep rolling. But that energy, like of connecting with your teammates, like that's like I don't know, like you're all in it together, kind of thing.
My guess is Autumn Owen. She most recently named 2023 Division One National Fast Pitch Coaches Association third team All American. Also named an All American by D1Softball.com. So the awards keep racking up for you, and now you have to get ready for the upcoming season. So once we're done with this conversation, and you can start looking in your home or where you're going to start putting some of this hardware you're getting. What's the process looking like for you as far as what kind of work are you putting in? How are you getting ready for the next season? What are you doing specifically to make sure that we're talking to you again and you're having a banner year once again?
So in a couple weeks, I'm actually going to go play in the Florida Gulf Coast League. I'm gonna be down there for about a month, and I'm gonna play with some of the other greats in the country and just get some reps in with them. I'm really excited about the opportunity to do that. I've been wanting to do and play in that league for a while now, but I've never really had like the time, especially with an past injury coming into Marshall. I wasn't quite cleared in time, and I didn't really want to push it with me transferring. So I was like let me not do that. And then last year I didn't do it in the summer because I was kind of needing a break from softball physically, from recovering from the ACL. So and then going straight into the season. So, but yeah, in a couple weeks we'll be playing softball in Florida.
Who are you excited to see? Is there anyone that, hey, I can't wait to play with them or I can't wait to play against them? Anybody in particular or just taking it all in?
I'm taking it all in, but my team, like we've got a few good like I mean they're all great, but a few people that stand out was Morgan Scotty from Oregon. She was at UNCG and then transferred to Oregon this past year, and she had a pretty good year for her first year at Oregon. And then she was also she played for a local travel ball team that we all played against when we were growing up. And then another girl is Tiffany Dominique. She's supposed to be playing with us too. She's from upstate. She's transferring right now for her last year, but I'm excited to play with her. And then I know the Liberty pitcher that she's in the portal now too, but she's supposed to be playing with us as well. So I mean we're gonna have some pretty good players and definitely a really good pitching staff because I mean there's multiple more that I could name, but yeah, I'm just excited to get to play and get some reps, get some live hitting in off some really good pitchers. Yeah.
My guest, Autumn Owen, she's going to be rocking it. Yeah. What kind of awards can you win in that league? Also, I mean, just go ahead and let's just highlight them now. Which awards will you be bringing home from that league?
I don't even know. That's not even my goal is to go out there, get the reps, get what I need, come back, just taking it easy, not killing my body too much. But honestly, I'm out there to be me, work on some stuff, get a little bit more consistent. I don't know, clean up some things behind the plate. That's about it.
We won't highlight what those things are, okay? We don't want any scouting reports out there on you. We will not highlight those things. Sounds like it's going to be a fun summer for you, and then we'll get you right back up here and right back at it once again for another go in the league, and it's going to be fun, I hope, for you, and hope we can do this again soon because it's always a blast to have you on. You keep winning so many things. I have so many excuses to get you back here, so you know the rules. Every time you win something, it's a free pass to come talk to me.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've enjoyed talking with you.
Well, we'll do it again. You know what? Just call your people, have them set it up. You can come on anytime you want to. That's fine.
All right.
No awards needed. Just tell them you want on. We'll make it happen.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks, Autumn. We appreciate it. That is Autumn Owen. She's having a heck of a career so far, having fun at it as well. We will get your text in 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. More coming up on this edition of The Drive on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.